It was a crisp morning in downtown Los Angeles, where the streets were a patchwork of bustling activity and quiet despair. Amid the luxury cars and towering skyscrapers, a small tent encampment stood as a stark reminder of the city's growing homelessness crisis. For James Jimmy Reynolds, a black homeless veteran, it was just another day of survival. He sat on a tattered folding chair near his tent, clutching a cardboard sign that read, "Homeless veteran, anything helps. God bless." Jimmy had served his country with pride, completing 3 tours of duty overseas. But like many veterans, he struggled to adjust to civilian life. The horrors of war haunted his dreams, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, made holding a steady job impossible. A series of unfortunate events left him homeless, and for years he had been living on the streets, relying on the kindness of strangers to get by. A familiar figure enters the scene. That morning, an electric Tesla quietly pulled up to the curb near the encampment. The man who stepped out was instantly recognizable to most of the world. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur known for his groundbreaking innovations and unpredictable moves. Dressed casually in jeans and a plain t-shirt, Musk exuded his usual mix of intensity and curiosity as he scanned the surroundings. Elon was in the area for a meeting about a new initiative to combat homelessness, using prefabricated housing technology. But as he noticed Jimmy sitting on the corner, something made him pause. Ignoring the whispers of passers-by who recognized him, Musk walked directly toward the veteran. An unexpected conversation. Jimmy noticed the man approaching but didn't pay much attention. Celebrities and wealthy individuals were a dime a dozen in LA, and they rarely stopped for people like him. But when Musk crouched down to Jimmy's level, their eyes met and a surprising conversation began. "What's your story?" Musk asked, his voice soft but direct. Jimmy looked at him warily. He had told his story countless times, and it often felt like people listened out of pity rather than genuine interest. But there was something in Musk's demeanor, something sincere, that made him open up. "I served in the army for 12 years, Jimmy began. "But when I came back, things didn't go the way I planned. PTSD, lost my job, couldn't keep up with rent. Been out here for about 6 years now." Musk listened intently, nodding occasionally, but not interrupting. When Jimmy finished, he asked, "What would it take to turn things around for you?" Jimmy was taken aback. Most people offered spare change or a meal, but rarely did anyone ask him what he needed to rebuild his life. After a moment, he replied, "A job, a roof over my head, and a chance to get my life back." A life-changing offer. Musk stood up, his expression thoughtful. "Wait here," he said before walking back to his car. Jimmy watched as Musk pulled out his phone and made a call, speaking in quick, clipped tones. A few minutes later, Musk returned, handing Jimmy a business card. "This is the number for my assistant," he said. "I want you to come by SpaceX tomorrow. We'll figure out how to help you." Jimmy stared at the card, unsure if this was some kind of elaborate joke. "SpaceX?" he echoed, his voice tinged with disbelief. "Yes," Musk replied. "We're always looking for disciplined, hard-working people. I think a veteran like you could bring a lot to the table. But first, let's get you a place to stay. Someone will be here shortly to help with that." True to Musk's word, within 20 minutes a black SUV arrived. 2 representatives from a local non-profit that partnered with Musk's foundations stepped out and introduced themselves to Jimmy. They explained that they would arrange temporary housing for him and help him prepare for his new opportunity. The road to redemption. The next day, Jimmy arrived at SpaceX headquarters, cleaned up and dressed in clothes provided by the non-profit. He was nervous, but excited. Musk himself greeted him at the entrance, giving him a quick tour of the facility. Over the following weeks, SpaceX's HR team worked closely with Jimmy, identifying roles where his skills could be applied. Although he didn't have a background in engineering, his military experience made him a natural fit for a logistics coordinator role, ensuring the smooth operation of supply chains for the company's ambitious projects. Meanwhile, Musk's team also helped Jimmy enroll in therapy to address his PTSD and worked with local organizations to secure long-term housing. Musk quietly covered all the costs, ensuring Jimmy could focus on rebuilding his life without financial stress. The ripple effect. News of Musk's encounter with Jimmy quickly spread, sparking widespread admiration and debate. Social media lit up with hashtags like Musk helps veteran and homeless no more, with people praising the billionaire's hands-on approach. Critics, however, questioned whether this was just a publicity stunt. Musk dismissed the skepticism, stating in an interview, "This isn't about me, it's about recognizing that everyone has potential, even if their circumstances have obscured it. Jimmy served our country. The least we can do is serve him in return." Jimmy's story inspired Musk to expand his efforts, launching a new initiative called Second Chance, aimed at providing jobs and housing for homeless veterans. Partnering with other tech companies and non-profits, the program quickly gained traction, helping hundreds of veterans transition off the streets. Jimmy's new chapter for Jimmy, life took a dramatic turn. His job at SpaceX gave him a renewed sense of purpose and stability. The camaraderie he found among his co-workers reminded him of the bonds he had shared with his fellow soldiers. Slowly but surely, he began to heal, both mentally and physically. A year later, Jimmy stood on a stage at a SpaceX event, sharing his story with an audience of employees and stakeholders. "A year ago, I was on the streets feeling invisible," he said, his voice steady but emotional. "Today, I'm part of a team that's changing the world. And it all started because one man stopped to ask me my story." The room erupted in applause, with Musk nodding approvingly from the front row. Conclusion. Elon Musk's decision to approach a homeless veteran on a whim became a life-changing moment for Jimmy Reynolds, and a catalyst for broader change. While skeptics may argue about the motives behind such acts, the impact was undeniable. Jimmy's transformation was a testament to the power of empathy, the importance of second chances, and the idea that true innovation isn't just about technology, it's about uplifting humanity. For Musk, it was a reminder that sometimes the most profound innovations come not from rockets or AI, but from simple acts of kindness that ripple far beyond what anyone could imagine.